This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of times, the alteration of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons. And before I go any further, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Baharakak Wadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and that of his Son being Yahushai. The only names in which salvation may be obtained, whether you were able to receive that or not. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, rule all of the nation of Israel well today. Once again, whether you were able to receive that or not. And peace, love, blessing, salutations be unto the elect of the house of Israel, who are pushing this truth and sincerity and charity and faith, and who are able to receive these things that are needful for salvation, man. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And as you've seen here, man, in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, the Heavenly Father had given King Solomon particular things, all right, or the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to receive particular things. And one of those things here, man, is on verse 18, the beginning, ending, and midst of times, all right, which is what separates this book, all right, this Bible from all other books on the face of the earth, man, because it has within it the beginning, the history, the ending, the prophecies, and the midst of times. And this is what I'd like to concentrate on, man, through the duration of this series, man. You know, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and just, you know, get into particular things within the New Testament that may be confusing to some, because we're taught a very, very destructive way of thinking when it comes to this Bible, man. We're taught that the Bible begins with the book of Matthew many times, giving you complete disregard for the first half of this book. You see, that would be likened unto going and watching a second part to a movie, a part 2 to a movie, without having ever seen the first. You are going to go into that very, very confused, because there's going to be a lot of things that are referenced to that first part of that movie that you won't know, because you didn't take the time to receive it, man. That's what the Old Testament is likened unto, man. All right, and the New Testament, you see, part 1 and part 2. You can't do one without the other, man. You will be confused. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into some of these prophecies, all right, throughout the New Testament, and just or some of the things that were being said throughout the New Testament, and go into the prophecies and break down what it actually was meaning when these things were said. You see, get into actually what was being referenced and understanding fully and entirely the context of what was being said. Because as I said, man, we've been taught a very destructive way of thinking by Christianity. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, all right, this is being exposed, man. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get some precepts, you know, on prophecy, and then you know, and then we'll get into these series moving forward, man. Yahweh Ratazah. But let's see, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 10. You see, if anybody tells you anything that has to do with the Bible, they should be able to show you the prophecies in which that was it was backed up. All right, because everything that was being claimed, anything that was coming to pass during the time of the New Testament, went back to a prophecy. You see, the Most High didn't just go and just let things happen. You see, everything was according to his handiwork, man. And that's what we're going to concentrate on, to receive the true understanding of what these particular things we're talking about. But anyway, this is Revelation 19 and 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai, worship God. For the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy." You see that, man? The testimony of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is the spirit of prophecy. So he came in his testimony in the spirit of prophecy, man, fulfilling prophecies. You see, they knew and understood that there would be a Messiah coming to fulfill these prophecies that were made. And we're going to dig into a lot of these prophecies to receive what was really going on during this time of the New Testament, man. Who he came for, who the New Testament was for. All right, and what comes next? Let's see, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34. And verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these least shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. You see, all of these prophecies are going to come to pass, man. The Heavenly Father is not a liar. He does not change his mind. All the prophecies that he hath brought forth, all right, are gonna come to pass. It says, none
Paragraph C.
None shall want her mate. So you see, all these things are going to come to pass according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. And that's how we know and understand what we do today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab another precept here. Let's see, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. It reads, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You see that, man? So everything that the Heavenly Father brings forth in these prophecies, he has revealed to his servants. So he would have his prophecies being broken down and as things move forward, man. As you see prophecies coming to pass, you will see the elect breaking them down. You see, and that's why you've seen all this stuff that you see today, man. You've been forewarned. And moving forward, you're not going to have any sort of excuse because these prophecies have been broken down. You see, these prophecies are what stand firm, man. The prophecies are the foundation. You see, just like if you're building a building, you build the bones, so to speak. All right, you got your main beams, you know, your main studs that are going to hold up your building, your wall, your house. And then you begin to add on to that, man. You see, these prophecies are the foundation. And as I said, we're gonna dig into these prophecies. All right, we're gonna tie them into we're gonna read these scriptures in the New Testament, man. Tie them into the prophecies that were made, and just prove what was being said. Because some of these things, like I said, man, it might be confusing to some of the unlearned. All right, which all of us were unlearned and beaten down and just built up with these lies and this destructive way of thinking, man. You know, and many of it was done by Christianity itself. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more, man. You know, this will be the first volume to this series, just kind of breaking down the importance of prophecy and what this series will be about, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 3. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. See, that's the goal here, man. This prophecy to come forth and both edify, exhort, and comfort the elect of the Heavenly Father. All right, and with that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close. Just a quick hitter. All right, just to pave the road for this series, man. And like I said, Lord willing, it's edifying. All right, and may the elect be edified, man. May you 2/3 be sliced and diced, so to speak. Give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, and peace, love, blessing, salutations to the elect. Shalom.